Hey, so it looks like our first white Christmas here in Seattle for who knows how long. So I was talking to one of my an old classmate of mine from my PhD studies. He lives in Las Vegas now, and he was taking pictures of decorations at a hotel, and so they had all decorations and obviously lots of food. And it made me wonder if I had visited him in Las Vegas and I had to refuse all that food, right? It's not for me, but I still enjoy the decorations. It made me wonder the kind of treatment I would get. First of all, a lot of people don't want to invite me to their trips because I have to refuse food. It makes a scene. It doesn't make a scene, but in their mind, it adds to the confusion of it. I don't know why, right? There's a lot of things that even I don't live with, and I still accept for what it is, right? I've been with people who are homosexual, and I've been with people who have differences in religion. It never bothers me, right? It's something that I get to learn. I actually practiced a religious fast earlier in the year in order to connect with somebody. I love fasting anyway. That one fast was a little bit more drastic than I usually practice, but it was nice. I wanted to give my friend a little bit of support. And it dawned on me that it doesn't get returned that way, right? I don't even ask people not to eat what I'm not eating. I just want people to accept me for what I don't eat. That's all. Well, okay, so 90% of the time I don't even get to go to those events. The other 10% of the time, people make it a big deal, right? It should be, oh, that's not for me. Very nice decorations. That should be the end of it, right? Unfortunately, it isn't. Now, earlier this year, I was reading an article about how you really need to be careful talking to your colleagues and asking them about whether or not they've taken this one drug, right? There are privacy concerns. Some states have banned any sort of discussion, right? Mandate to take this one drug. Okay, so for this one drug that was invented a little over a year ago, we need to respect people's choices on whether or not to take it, which I agree. I think what we're doing here in King County is wrong. What that they were talking about in some of the more conservative states is closer to what it should be. Let's put it that way. Okay, so if there's so much controversy about this one drug that was invented a year ago, what about all these other drugs that have been with us for anywhere from 200 to 5 million years, depending on how healthy your food is, right? So why the incongruity there? That's what really confuses me, right? Now the other problem is that I love being happily single. Now sometimes on a Friday night I'll go out and I'll go to a restaurant, go to a bowling alley, and I'll see groups of people going out, but everybody is matched up, and I'm thinking to myself, the only reason I'm not being invited to some of those groups is because I don't have a partner, and I don't understand why that bothers other people, right? A lot of people just can't seem to identify with that, and but why? I have a good time, and I'd love to network with people, but a lot of people can't seem to accept the fact that I go there alone, right? It just becomes a bother to you. I got an idea for you. How about you go enjoy your food, you enjoy your sex, your love life, and leave me to my devices to enjoy it, right? So I made the mistake of moving to a home here in Mercer Island. I thought the landlord was very friendly. I've had other times where I've lived with my landlord in a house share situation, and they did not turn out well. It becomes a situation of control, right? They get nervous watching my every step. And if you watch 24/7, of course there's going to be times when the house is in disarray. I bet there are times when the house is disarray when you live alone, right? And they get nervous about it. And and when I first moved in, and I noticed how after I discussed with the landlord, and he could identify with some of those problems, and I realized, oh my God, this is good. But I moved in, I realized that there was a problem. He wanted to organize my life for me, right? He thought that I wasn't enjoying my food. Every time I would cook in the kitchen, he would complained about how tasteless my food was. He at first, when I moved in, his biggest question for me, one of his biggest questions for me, was if I would bring a girl over to the home. And I explained to him about the concept of being happily solosexual, and he didn't have to worry about it. And at first he accepted that, but then he started asking me about how he started worrying about how lonely I was during Thanksgiving and Christmas. The only reason I'm lonely about that is because people can't identify with the way I like to handle my love life, right? Otherwise, there would be no need to be lonely, right? That's what a lot of people cannot seem to comprehend, right? So at my job, now when people hear about how I have a long distance relationship with a girl in Phoenix, oh my God, they get excited and want to talk about it. That's not the centerpiece of my life, though, right? But unfortunately, in a lot of my coworkers' minds, that's the center of life. And so I feel sad for all that. I mean, the girl in Phoenix, that's only one portal to other connections in life, right? All right. Accept people for what they eat, accept people for their love life, accept people for whether or not they want to take this new pharmaceutical drug in 2021. Just accept people for who they are, as long as they're not bothering you. Thanks for watching.